your hands in the sky and sing with me. Hare Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Before you all go, please allow me to just share something which Srila Prabhupada said and yes, how he trained us. It was in Amsterdam. I believe the year must have been 74 or around this time. And Srila Prabhupada did a morning walk through a park called the Wonder Park. And there were two incidences which are very much in my memory. The first was there were all these old trees, and on the pathway there was a little, there was bird stool, but a huge, a big pile. It didn't come from one sitting, it came from many sittings. And Prabhupada was pointing at this pile of bird stool on the pathway and asked us, what does this mean? What does it mean? Digestion or we didn't really know what to answer. And we tried a few things and Prabhupada was not impressed. He says, this is so much that it didn't come from one sitting. The bird must have returned many times to the same spot on the same branch and then did his birds dropping. This means that even a bird is attached. And he looked around. And the point was clear. Attachment to material energy. Then a little later, or it might have been on another morning walk, I do not know, but I remember clearly, Prabhupada stopped all of a sudden. We almost, bumped into him. It was so sudden. And then Prabhupada looked up and there was a bird's nest, and on the edge of the bird's nest was a very small little bird, and it really looked as if he was thinking, should I stay or should I go? In other words, should I stay in the nest or should I leave the nest and fly? So I remember very clearly Prabhupada stood before this bird who was on the mental platform. He had not made his decision as of yet. And in some ways encouraged the bird to fly. I don't know what he did. Did he speak to the bird? Did he communicate to the bird? But all of a sudden the little bird jumped and moved its wings and it landed somehow on the ground. It was not a perfect landing, but it was a first landing. So Prabhupada was so joyful. He clapped and he encouraged, well done, well done, well done. And the little bird, because Prabhupada had such a wonderful atmosphere, he was really Samadarshina. He saw all is equal. The little bird felt very good about himself at his first flight and landing and all of that. Then Prabhupada turned to us and said, so how does the bird know how to fly? It had never flown so high. It's, when you go with a Boeing, I don't know, especially a landing, I heard there are 1,500 operations to be done, which are done by the computer and the machine and the flight machine. It's a complicated thing. So how does he know how to do this? And how does a bird know how to fly and land? It's a good question. I never thought about it. Then someone said, instinct, Prabhupada, instinct. Prabhupada was not satisfied with this answer. He said, that's just a word. The scientists don't know. They give a word to something. How does he know how to fly and land? No one knew the answer. Then Prabhupada said, it's the Paramatma. He directs the wandering of all living entities. And he left us with this. He left us to our own conclusions. My dear devotees, I think it's very important to understand Krishna is with you. He's right in your heart. He's always closer to you than another friend which you have, who's not always there and certainly not so close that he's just staying in your organ, the heart organ. And he speaks to you. He gives intuition, inspirations. When you follow them, he will give more. If you don't follow them, he will become silent. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Gaur Premanandi, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So let us now leave this place so that the servants can make everything ready for the night. You were singing very nicely today, like actually always. Thank you very much for joining us, and I wish you a restful night and an enthusiastic next day. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.